Alright guys, just a quick video. I'm doing a little bit of work, just doing a bit of wiring, getting some lights wired up for my studio here. So while I'm doing that, it's taken me a little while. I'm not an expert, so don't laugh at my wiring skills. But I just want to talk to you while I'm doing this a little bit, just about a few regrets in life. And things that I wish I'd have done sooner in life, things that I wish I wouldn't have done, and stuff like that. So, where's this go? So first of all, I mean, I don't really sort of regret much. Sorry if I'm not talking to the camera too much, guys. I'm just trying to get this stuff here wired up. But anyway, one of the best things that I've ever done in my life, sort of business-wise, is setting up a business. And my first ever business that worked, that I still do today, is selling on eBay. And I was first introduced to it probably, at a guess, 15 years ago. There's this dude come into work and he was talking about eBay. He was saying, Kev, I've got this website that I'm on, eBay, you can bid on stuff, it's brilliant, you can, I've got such a good deal, I can't remember what it was now, like a pair of jeans or something, I can't remember what it was. And he's saying, yes, it gets to your heart going, it's such a good platform, you should give it a go, you should give it a go. And he's saying, you could even sell on there, you can sell stuff on there. And he goes, I've sold a few bits on there, you make money and you can buy things and save money. And I was a little bit, I just didn't really listen to him, I didn't really do it. It took me a few years to actually get involved in this whole eBay game. And now, how long's that got to be? By the way, this is what a UK plug looks like if anyone's interested. But anyway, I didn't get into eBay until, I can't remember. I built this silly fast Mini. It was a Mini Turbo. And I spent 30 grand building this thing. I got all the money from a bank, from loans. Stupidest thing I ever done. I shouldn't have spent so much money on building a stupid car, but when you're young and you see all your friends with fast cars and you kind of want to be part of it, so yeah, it was a bit of fun. So I don't regret it as such, but I definitely shouldn't have spent so much. But when I come to selling it, it was worth more in bits than it was worth as a whole car. So I took the whole car to bits and I sold all the parts on eBay. I didn't get anywhere near my money back what I paid for this thing. I think I got about 15 grand back what I spent on it. And it was just a massive loss of money. But that kind of got me involved in the whole eBay game. That's where it all started. So I started selling other stuff that I'd laying around, like, I can't remember what, old PlayStation games. Just stuff laying around the house. And I sort of started off doing that. Fast forward a few years, I was sort of thinking, well, if I can make money selling old stuff, why can't I sell stuff on there that I can sort of replenish the stock and keep doing it? And at the time, I did banger racing. And banger racing is a bit like Destruction Derby in America, but it's a lot more violent. You're actually going around the track at sort of like 50 mile an hour, you're having head-on crashes, you're actually sort of crashing at quite high speeds, and you've got to sort of put a few bits in there. You've got to put like this frame that goes behind the driver's seat that sort of stops the roof from crushing in, and there's a few other bits and bobs. You take the radiator out, for example, and you make these metal water tanks. So I was making these for my own car, and I thought, well, what about if I make some more and I sell them on eBay? So I made a few more bits and bobs, and I started selling the bits on eBay. And it didn't make me loads of money. I mean, I think I made about a couple of grand a month. But, the problem is, when you've got to make the stuff yourself, there's only so much time you have. And, I was spending like all my day building these tanks, and I was making a couple of grand a month in my pocket. So, it was, bearing in mind that I was working for myself, that was pretty good money, compared to like before when I used to have to go work for a 9 to 5 job and work for somebody else. Now I was making more money working for myself, just making stuff for eBay. And I had a little workshop at the time. I started off making them in my garage at home. But after a while, I got a little workshop. I started doing it from there. Then I started making burger trailers and other stuff like that. But anyway, I thought, well, maybe I can buy some stuff, from China. And I think me and Stempy actually did it at the same time. We started buying stuff from China and started selling sort of cheap stuff on eBay for like, I don't know, he was paying like a couple of pounds, couple of dollars for stuff, and me selling it for sort of like £5-10. And like, there's a lot of items that didn't sell at all, but some items done fairly well. So that kind of got me started in the world of eBay. And I was getting more and more involved in it. I was spending more money, I was spending more time on it, and I was making my listings better. And I'm fast forward now, I'm still doing eBay. I'm still selling on eBay now. And I tell you what I regret is not doing it sooner. Why did I not start that eBay shop or start using the platform back when that dude said to me all them years ago? You know, people say that when people make a lot of money, they're just lucky. Well, actually, it's not all luck. It's like what they say is that it's 10% luck and 90% what you do with it. So, you know, as you go through life, you get presented with certain opportunities as we go through life. And if you're too skeptical, then you're kind of going to miss. You're going to miss the chance. You're going to miss out on things, and somebody else is going to sort of make all the money or have the opportunity or whatever it is. So you've got to have some amount of skepticism, because there are a lot of scams. You know, there's a lot of make money scams out there where people say, oh yeah, click a few buttons, you're going to make millions overnight, and people fall for these scams. So you got to have a healthy level of skepticism that you don't fall for these scams. But at the same time, you don't want to be so paralysed and think that everything's a scam and be skeptical even when it's a good opportunity. You don't want to be too skeptical, otherwise you could be missing out on good opportunities. And I was too skeptical at first on this eBay thing. And, you know, it took me a few years to actually realise that, you know what, this making money online, it's not actually a scam. It actually works. And looking back now, you know, I'm making about 100 grand a year now in one of my eBay stores. But if I'd have taken action 15 years ago, could I have got there 15 years sooner? I could have been making 100 grand a year maybe 15 years ago. But instead I was a bit sceptical, I procrastinated, I was lazy, I didn't take action. The same with other things in life. I had a crappy 9 to 5 job. I used to work, you know, that job that I used to work in, they moved. So I went with them for a little while, but then they went bankrupt. They didn't pay us. We was all out of a job, I had to find another job. So I'd done a few years of doing crappy jobs. My first job I was 16 and I worked in this sort of metal shop with lathes and milling machines. I worked in there, crappy job, you know, I don't regret it. I wasn't there for long, you know, I was there for like a year or something. You know, when all my friends were doing paper rounds at school, getting £5 a week, I was getting £20 a week, coming in and doing a couple of hours after school every day. So, you know, £20 a week, not a lot of money, but sort of 20 years ago when all my friends were sort of getting, I was more than that now, I was 16. So yeah, just over 20 years ago, I was making £20 a week, all my friends were making £5 a week. And I was sort of I'd done that for about a year, then I went to college. While I was at college, I worked at this crappy sort of cheapo shop, junk shop. And oh yeah, that was crap money. It wasn't really good money. It was better money than what I was doing at £2 an hour. £2.50 an hour what I was getting paid. It was better than that. But it was still fairly lousy. I think I was on £4 an hour. So it was a massive pay rise. But it was still a fairly poor wage. You know, it wasn't a great wage, you know, really, to be honest. But I was there for about 2 or 3 years. And even though I don't regret having that job, because having crappy jobs, it kind of makes me realise now how lucky I am to you know, sort of to get to do my hobbies every single day. And to sort of, you know, sit here talking to you guys, and I'm sort of putting lights up. I get to enjoy my hobby every single day. I get to build new businesses. I get to do what I enjoy every single day. So I don't regret having any of the bad jobs, because the trouble is, if you're comfortable, if you've got a crappy job, but you're comfortable. You know, Stempy used to be like that. My buddy Stempy, who you see on my other channel quite often, he had a crappy 9 to 5 job, and he didn't really like it, but it was so easy. It wasn't difficult. He could go into work and not do much, and when a job's so easy, there's not really any drive to sort of get out of it. So he was there for years and years. I think 15 years he worked at that place for. It was crazy. And he only actually got out of there when he got the sack. And now he's selling on eBay, doing much, much better selling on eBay than he ever has. But because it was a comfortable job, it didn't really give him the push to kind of get out of there. You know, with me, I hated my job so much. You know, eventually I had enough. I went up in the office and said, I've had it, I'm done, guys. I'm out of here, I'm finished. I didn't really know what to do back then, you know. As I said, I didn't even do eBay back then. So I started doing eBay when I sold my Mini. I had some crappy jobs, And I'll tell you what I regret is not quitting those crappy jobs sooner, not trying all these business ideas sooner. You know, I don't regret any of the crappy jobs. I don't regret any of it. It's all taught me valuable lessons in life. But what I do regret is not taking action sooner. You know, now, you know, I'm in my 30s now, and I could have got all that out of the way when I was still in my 20s. I could have had the monster truck built years ago. I could have done everything so much sooner had I have gone through all the mistakes that I've done in life a lot sooner on. You know, some stuff I've made was mistakes. Some things I've done, like the eBay, have been a massive success. But I just wish I would have done it sooner. So, and there's other things, you know, like the Amazon FBA. I looked at the Amazon FBA. I looked at that sort of, I don't know, 10 years ago. I was looking at Amazon FBA and I said to myself, I'm going to do it. Fast forward today, I've only just started doing it. I wish I would have started back then. The eBay, I wish I would have started back then when that matey at work said to me to do it. So, you know, making these online courses. I had the idea 10 years ago. Why did I not take action then? My YouTube channel, not this channel here, but I made a channel called Mini 300 BHP, my first ever YouTube channel. I called it that because my Mini had a goal of getting 300 horsepower out of it. I never got that far. I got it to 200. But my dream was to get it to 300 horsepower, so that's why I called my first YouTube channel Mini 300 BHP. I'm going to put a link to that channel down below. You know, I don't put much on there, but there's a few of my early videos on there when I had my Sierra Cosworth doing donuts in car parks, just doing silly daft stuff. There's a few videos on there. And my first ever video got 600,000 views. And why did I not start my YouTube channel back then? Why did I not upload more? Why did I not make it a regular thing? You know, I don't ever regret doing anything, but I just regret not taking action sooner. Everything that I've done in life, I'm so happy that I've done it. I feel so blessed to have had all the opportunities that I've had in life. But I just wish I could just go back time and just start everything a lot sooner. I mean, some people, they're like 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. So I'm blessed I didn't leave it that long. You know, I could have left it like until I'm 60 and then decide, this is a crap job. Oh, I want to start eBay now. You know, I'm blessed that I started when I did, but I do definitely regret not starting sooner. So if you've got any ideas, if you've got any dreams, if you've got anything you want to try it now. Try it this minute. Don't hold back, because you're going to be 10, 20, 30 years down the line and you're just going to regret you haven't tried the things that you want to try. So try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. You know, so what? You put a couple of grand into something, you put a grand into something, £500, you put a bit of time into something. It doesn't work. So what? Try something else. What would you rather do? Fast forward 20, 30 years and you look back, I tried something, I spent $500 and it didn't work. And, you know, sometimes we win, sometimes we learn, you know, whatever. You only fail when you give up. Or would you rather fast forward 20 years and you're thinking, what if I'd have tried that? I see people making millions and millions and millions selling on eBay. And I'm sort of thinking to myself, well, if I'd have started sooner, that could be me making those millions. And I probably will make millions from it fast forward another couple of years or so. But I could have done it way back then. I should have taken action so much sooner. But yeah, you know, there's no good looking back in time. You know, all I can do is share my experience with you guys. Hopefully some of you guys that are procrastinating and not getting stuff done now, this minute, I can save you that 10, 15 year delay that I've had to suffer. And it's taken me all that time to sort of realise that I have to do this stuff now. And if I want to get somewhere in life, I've got to take action now. If I keep putting stuff off, you could be 10, 20 years down the line and still nothing happens. So take action now, guys. If I can help one person from this video, if I can help one of you guys out, just take action now. I don't care what it is, whatever your idea is, whatever business or whatever dream you have, you know, building a monster truck for me, you know, if you want a Lamborghini, if you want a nice house, if you've got a certain business idea, eBay, or you want to start a YouTube channel or an Amazon store, or you want to make online courses, or you want to start affiliate marketing, I don't care what it is, guys, make a start. If it doesn't work, it's better you find out sooner rather than later. Find out now if it's something you want to do or not. Not when you're 30, 40, 50 years, 60 years old. You know, you want to get it all out the way as young as you can. Absolutely, I'm not saying don't do it. If you're watching this video and you're already 50 years old, it's never too late to start. Start now. The best time to start was all those years ago. Second best time to start is now. This minute. Take action now. Don't leave it any longer. You've probably already procrastinated all your life. Stop now. Take action. That's it for this video, guys. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, smash the bell button to stay notified. I'm going to plug this in and see if... Actually, I can plug that in now. You guys will probably want to see if it works or if it's going to blow up. Let's quickly plug it in and see what happens. So I've got that plugged in there. power there. Is it going to work or is it going to blow up? We will see. Hey! It's alive! Look what I have created! Alright guys, see you soon, bye.